National Coordinator, Concerned Advocate for Good Governance, Olusegun Bamgbose, has mentioned that he has been reliably informed that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, and the Yoruba Nation campaigner, Sunday Igboho, will be released soon by President Muhammadu Buhari. According to Olusegun, the move to release the duo is because of the 2023 general elections. While speaking to Daily Post on Monday, Olusegun authoritatively stated that the arrest of the Sunday Igboho and IPOB leader will be over in no time, and that they are underground moves, both within and outside the country, to discontinue the charges levied against them. He added that some close allies to the president have advised him to manage the duo with wisdom because of the forthcoming general elections, and that if the case are mismanaged, it would harm the fortunes of the All Progressives Congress APC in 2023. It's obvious from the body language of the president that he will yield to their advice. Another aspect of it is that some southern governors are equally secretly negotiating soft ground for the embattled agitators, he added. Olusegun went further to say that plans are ongoing to release Nnamdi Kanu to Southeast governors and Ohaneze, but on condition that he will stay back in Nigeria and later release Igboho to continue his journey to Germany. Wow. Politics. Apart from, of course, in every rumor there is always a element of truth. If they don't do this, definitely it's going to haunt them. And apart from looking at this whole thing politically, you can imagine that if really they have cases against these people, if you think that the government has cases against these people, I doubt it. They do not have. A typical example are the cases of Dasuki Ezazaki that was kept for how many years? Dasuki for how many years? Ezazaki was discharged and acquitted on what? For no reason. That he has done nothing. And nobody is saying anything. Everybody just keep it quiet. Does it mean the government is not supposed to be sued? Keeping him for that long, a lot of things that the man have lost. And just like that, you just release him. And with all the noise being made all over the place for the past how many years? Oh, the man did this, the man did that, the man did this, the man did that. The issue of Dasuki himself again is a typical case of he stole money. The money that was meant to buy weapons to fight this Boko Haram. Then you ask yourself a very pertinent question. How far have they gone with the fight now? How much have they spent? Now they are pampering, they are pardoning terrorists, giving them amnesty. Tell me what they have done differently now. You have all the evidences against Dasuki, and yet you kept him for 2 years or thereabouts. If no more than 4 years, for 2 years, close to 4 years. At the end of the day, we are not hearing anything about the matter again. And this government made everybody believe that they were coming to do the right thing. But now they are even worse than PDP, 100 times. They are worse than PDP. We thought we had seen all concerning PDP, but we didn't know that these ones are worse off. As a person, two things that disqualify these presidents, this issue of integrity that he's talking about, there's no integrity. The issue of first and foremost, the issue of fuel subsidy. I'll continue to say it over and over again and see what they are doing. They are even paying triple of what they were even accusing the former government of doing. And even the former government, you see them, all of them, they are mingling together. You see PDP, you see APC, they are best of the same feather. They will always look for something to come into power, something that whether the present administration is not doing well, they will use it to come to power. And once they come, they will do worse things. That is what we are seeing. So I believe so strongly. Where do they want to get their vote from? Now we have three major groups in this country. Meanwhile, those people are bitter. Larger number of them are bitter. Even the APC themselves, even the APC within themselves. And in Northern, that we just had recently that one of them wishing Buhari's death, that they would have preferred Oshibaju to Buhari. The issue we have at hand is that he's suffering and smiling. That is what has been going on. suffering and smiling. It's evident, but they're just pretending to themselves that say, oh, it is our own, it is our own. Like the Sultan of Sokoto and some of the northern groups, you can't even just trust them because they will tell you, oh, Buhari is not doing well, this and that. Tomorrow again, they will not tell you, oh, he's doing well. So we don't even take all those ones for their words. So if what we are hearing from Olusegun Bangbose, if what we are hearing from him, is anything to go by, which I think to a very large extent, I believe it could be true, because if by the time the 2023 election comes, a lot of people are aggrieved in Southwest. A lot you don't even talk about the Southeast. So where do they want to get their vote from? Is it only the North cannot even give them, because we've seen it over the time. Only the North cannot give them the votes. Buhari tried it 3 times. It failed woefully. But at the end of the day, politics. The way this country is survival of the fittest. It's survival of the fittest, and that's why you see that a lot of people are not even depending on or relying on God, just relying on all these politicians or the government. You just depend on God, because after waiting for so many years that these people who are supposed to do the needful, at least let Nigerians have a decent life. Nothing of such. And we are sinking the more. The country is sinking the more. There could be truth in all this. There could be. We are watching the unfolding scenarios. The fact is that if the issues are not properly handled, it will adversely affect the general elections of 2023. Buhari needs not to be begged to release them. Let the wish of God decide. And whatever God decides will either lead to unite the country or to divide it, so that everyone has to go and start making his or her living. They know the third person. They should not release them. They know the third person, no. They know the third person at all. Let's see how all of these things, how it will play out. But my own concern is that at the end of the day, it is just politics and politics. Politicize everything. But is it going to be to the betterment or to the betterment of the people? Is that going to increase improve our security challenges? Is it going to increase or improve our economy? That is the question we need to be asking. If at all, after they must have been released, then what's next? The same set of people will still come out again and begin to do otherwise. It's so unfortunate. So guys, let's hear your opinion on this matter.